we were on a mission to prove that Hollow Earth did not exist. To do this, we used a drill and made it burrowed underground. There were no creatures even remotely similar to the ones described. When we surfaced, however, we landed in this area. And for lack of a better name, we will call it Primeval Island. We start off with this dinosaur. This is a baby Diplodocus. It appears that at least this variant of Diplodocus did not use any parental care, because there are no other individuals in sight. But this leaves an open opportunity for predators to hunt. This Dakotaraptor you see over here will be named Scimitar. He is actually, as you can see, there were no other pack members in sight, and this is because he was exiled. We don't know why he was exiled. We only know that he was exiled from his pack. Meanwhile, we have this Pachycephalosaurus. The reason is, although these creatures usually live in the plains, this particular individual has ventured into the forest to avoid the rain. And this is actually really intelligent, really good technique to get out of the rain and stuff. But it just doesn't know how to get out. So since the rain has stopped, I think one of its main priorities right now is trying to get back to the plains. So it has no choice but to keep venturing on. But it hears what it thinks is a predator and runs for it. Or climbs for it. Luckily, the creature that was approaching the Pachycephalosaurus is actually not a predator. In fact, it's not even a dinosaur. It is actually a Siamogali. I didn't exactly expect a wolf-sized otter to be walking around on mostly dry land, but here we are. The dome-headed dinosaur can now come down now. The dome-headed dinosaur can come down now, since it knows that there's nothing to be threatened about. You know, just for the fact that this Pachycephalosaurus actually climbed up a tree, however low a tree it may be, I have the feeling I want to name this thing Parker. This is a lucky day for Parker, because he has now found an exit to the forest. The two go their separate ways. Packard goes out of the forest, and for the Siamo Galley, it happens to be that his raft is calling for him, and he goes off. Here we are back to monitoring Scimitar, who has currently finished his meal. Scimitar is witnessing something that's really rare. Two dinosaurs of different species sharing a meal. The bigger one is a Deinosuchus, and the smaller one happens to be a Deltasuchus. Despite their 10 feet difference, they are still sharing the same meal. Rather, in most cases, they would be fighting each other. It's an odd sight to be sure, but it's an odd sight, but you have to admit that it's rather pleasant to see two animals having a peaceful interaction like this. But Scimitar is going somewhere that's semi-important, so he needs to dive back underwater and continue further. So Scimitar swims past the two crocodiles and goes to the next step. Scimitar ventures across the many. Scimitar ventures across the land, and he discovers another animal interaction. But this interaction isn't as peaceful as the last one, because it actually a T-Rex and a Triceratops ready to fight. Before battling with the T-Rex, the Triceratops looks back to see the others in the herd running away. Scimitar is amazed at the battle, but he has no intention to intervene, because he cannot fight off a T-Rex or Triceratops without a pack. Scimitar decides he's done watching this, and he needs to go where he needs to go. As Scimitar walks off, we end this episode. We end this first episode. We'll see you next time.